5 seconds. All of you know that this assembly is not what many of us wished it to be. It has come into being under particular conditions, and the British government has a hand in its birth. They have attached to it certain conditions, but you must not ignore the source from which this assembly gets its strength. Governments do not come into being by an order on paper. Governments are, in fact, the expression of the will of the people. We have met here today because of the strength of the people behind us, and we shall go as far as the people, not of any party or group, but the people as a whole shall wish us to go. We must therefore keep in mind the passions that lie in the hearts of the masses of India and try to fulfill them. I am sorry there are so many absentees. Many members who have a right to come and attend the meeting are not here today. This, in a sense, increases our responsibility. We shall have to be careful that we do nothing which may cause uneasiness in others or goes against any principle. We do hope that those who have abstained will soon join us in our deliberations, since this constitution can only go as far as the strength behind it can push it. It has ever been and shall always be our sincere desire to see the people of India united together, so that we may frame a constitution which will be acceptable to the Indian masses. It is at the same time clear that when a great country starts to advance, no party or group can stop it. This House, although it has met in the absence of some of its members, will continue functioning and try to work at all costs. The resolution that I am placing before you is in the nature of a pledge. It has been drafted after careful consideration, and efforts have been made to avoid controversy. A great country is sure to have a lot of controversial issues, but we have tried to avoid them as much as possible. The revolution lays down fundamentals which are commonly held and been accepted by the people. Unfortunately, our country is full of differences, but no one expect. Perhaps if you would dispute the fundamentals, it is our firm resolve to have a sovereign Indian republic. We have not mentioned the word republic so far, but you will well understand that a free India can be nothing but a republic. On this occasion, when the representatives of the Indian states are not present, I wish to make it clear how this resolution will affect the Indian states. It has also been suggested that since certain sections of the House are not present, the consideration of the resolution may be postponed. In my opinion, such a suggestion is not keeping with the spirit of the times, because if we do not approve the first objection that we are placing before ourselves and our country, our discussions will become meaningless. We wish that all sections of India should willingly participate in the future Indian Union, but in what way and with what sort of government rests with them. I do not propose to go into details. I only deal with the fundamentals. There should be no imposition on the states against their will. Still, I must say that no state can have an administration which goes against our fundamental principles or gives less freedom than obtaining in other parts of India. The resolution does not concern itself with what form of government they will have or whether the present Rajas and Nawabs will continue or not. These things concern the people of the states. It is quite possible that the people may like to have their Rajas. The decision will rest with them. Our republic shall include the whole of India. If a part within it wants to have its own type of administration, it will be at liberty to have it. There is another person who is absent here and who must be in the minds of many of us today, the great leader of our people, the father of our nation, who has been the architect of this assembly and all that has gone before it and possibly of much that will follow. He is not here because, in pursuit of his ideals, he is ceaselessly working in a far corner of India, but I have no doubt that his blessings are with us. This resolution is a declaration and a firm resolve. It is for all of us a pledge. This house should consider the spirit behind it without bothering about the legal wording. Words are magical things, often enough, but even they cannot convey the magic of human spirit and of a nation's passion, and therefore I cannot say that it conveys at all the passion that lies in the hearts and minds of the Indian people. Messrs. Desai and Company, Scent Manufacturers, Churchgate, Bombay. Dear sirs, we are in receipt of your letter of the third instant informing us of the inconvenience which has arisen from the delay in the delivery of your order for packing boxes. We are very sorry to hear this. We have been out of stock of the particular kind of paper we generally use in the manufacture of your goods owing to a fire which occurred 2 months ago at our factory where the paper is made. We incurred a heavy loss in machinery and material, and it will take a long time for us to recover from the loss. Some employees have also unfortunately lost their lives, making us liable for heavy compensation. We anticipated a fresh supply of the paper before this accident had occurred and have been expecting its arrival every day. We have deputed also a special representative of ours to be on the job and expedite the supply of material. However, we have just received a wire from the manager of our factory informing us that they will be unable to run the machine again for at least another month, as the time taken to repair them has been longer than they expected. All our hopes and our sincere efforts to be of prompt service to you have been shattered. This places us in a difficult position as regards the execution of your order. To avoid any further delay, we suggest that you use boxes made with our crown paper, which are quite as strong as those which you have been using hitherto. Many of our customers have used these boxes and they are fully satisfied with the utility of these containers. We strongly recommend the use of these boxes by you in view of the unfailing service they have given all through. You will know it for yourself when once you give a trial. Also, we would like you to take into consideration the fact that these boxes cost considerably less than those that you have been using hitherto. On hearing from you, we shall proceed with your order, thanking you, yours faithfully.